Hello guys, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm using these two materials for this tutorial. I have this dress, the sleeve in this channel. I will leave the link of the sleeve and the dress in the description box. I use 4 years and this one is remaining from the 4 years I use. I will leave the link in the description box. You can go and check it out and see how I cut and sew this beautiful and simple style. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and there's a bell beside. Click on it. You'll get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you have been watching my video and you have not subscribed, please do me a favor by subscribing to this channel. And there's a bell beside. When you click on that bell, you get notified anytime I upload new video. This side is not stretched, this side is stretched. And African was. I'm using 2 years for this tutorial. I'm using half a yard of this and 1.5 yard of this. 1.5 yard by 60. I fold into 2. I fold into 2 and I will fold again. This is into 4. Length is 41 inches. This is 41 inches. I will cut the shoulder and the sleeve together. I use 16 inches on my shoulder. Divide by 2 is 8 inches. This 8 inches, which is here. I will use the remaining one as the sleeve. I place my tape on top here. I will measure from top here down 9.5 inches. Bust is 44 inches. 44 divided by 4 is 11 inches. 11 inches. I will add sewing allowance. I place my tape on the shoulder, measure down 17 inches. Waist is 40 inches. 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches. And I will add allowance to sew. Hip is 52 inches. Divided by 4 will give me 13 inches, which is here. I have just small allowance to sew. Bottom is 46 inches. Divided by 4 is 11.5 inches plus allowance to sew. Neckline. I measure neckline 4 inches and I will cut back with 1/2 inch. I will cut front neck. I place my tape on the shoulder and measure 3 inches. Before I join the shoulder, I will first sew pocket on the front, and I will iron the center of the front after folding into two. I fold into two and I will iron the center. I will measure from shoulder down 17 inches. I fold into two. The measurement here is 12.5 inches. I will measure here. This 8.5 inches, the down part, upper part. I will measure 5.5 inches. From up to, from here down here, 7 inches. I'll cut like this. I will first use this one to turn. I will sew from here. I'm done sewing and I notch. From shoulder down here, I measure 17 inches. So this is where I mark, and I iron the center of the pocket. I will place on top. This is where I mark, and this place the same. Place on top. Hold with pin before you sew. This place I will fold. This is how I will fold this place, and I will hold with pin. I will sew this place. I will leave this place without sewing here. Sew here, I will sew here and here. After finished sewing the pocket, I will join the shoulder. I will join the shoulder. I'm done sewing the pocket, and I sew the shoulder. When you are sewing this style, cut the neck that will pass through your head. Because this one, there's no zip or button on the back or front. That is why I cut the neck like this, so it can pass through my head. I'll cut the one to sew on top now. I will measure from here. That is why I notch this place. There's the front. I will measure from here round. I have 23 inches. 23 inches. I'll cut 23 inches. I fold into two. I will measure 23 inches here. After folding into two, I have 11 inches. This is 11 inches. Before folding into two is 23 inches. After folding into two, I have 11 inches. Then I will add half inch to sew. I have 12 inches now. Then the length, I measure 14 inches plus 1 inch to sew. 15 inches. I have 15 inches. I will curve this way. Like this. I will cut here. I will cut lining for this. I fold lining into two. And I will place on top. I will go and sew here. And I will sew here. I'm done sewing this one. I will bring the two, this one inside. You can see the way it is. I will sew here up to here. And after sewing, I will use this one. This is how I will sew on my machine. I will bring this one this way. I will sew and leave half inch here. I will leave half inch here and start after half inch. After half inch, I will sew round up to this place, and I will leave half inch here and sew before half inch. Yeah, let me sew and show you. I'm done sewing. I leave half inch here. I'm going to sew this place on the neckline. This is where I will sew on the neckline. That is why I leave half inch here. I will sew from here on the neckline up to here on the neckline. That is why I leave half inch here. After that, I will bring this way and sew on top to this place. The rope, I have 2 inches by 51 inches long. The rope, I will fold into two, and I will sew here up to the length. Then I will bring the right side out. I'm done sewing. The rope. Here is the center and the back. I place here. I place on the center where I notch on the back. I will hold with pin. I will sew from here, from where I notch. I will sew from here to this place. After sewing, I have the one to cover up the rough edge. I will use this one to cover, sew and cover the rough edge. I will go and sew and show you. I'm done sewing. I will use this one to turn and bring this way and sew round. After sewing, and then I will top stitch on the sleeve. I will use this material. If you like, if you don't want extra on the sleeve area, you can sew it like this. I will first sew one line before I use this one to turn. I will do the same. I will sew one line before I fold in to stitch. I'm done sewing the first line. I will fold like this and sew round. Then this place I sew extra on the sleeve. I place on my machine like this and sew. I will bring this way and sew. I will sew from here, bust, waist, hip and bottom. I will do the same on this side. I'm done stitching down the back, front and the sleeve. The sleeve, I'm done sewing and I sew the side and this side. So after sewing like this, I fold and I sew on top. After sewing like this, I will bring this way. Like this, and I will place on my machine this way, and I will fold and sew. I will sew like this. I will sew on top, just like the way I sewed this one. Let me use this to show you example. I place on my machine and I sew round this way. I will do the same on this one. After doing that, I will sew the bottom. I'm done sewing here the second sleeve and this one. After sewing, then I fold and stitch here down, and I stitch the armpit area. I stitch here down in this place. I will do the same here. I will fold to the front about 2 inches. This is the sleeve stroke shoulder. I will stitch here down and the bottom armpit area down. I will hold with pin. I will stitch here and here. I sew the bottom with 1/2 inch. I'm done sewing. I will pass the rope through here. And tie here like this. We'll do the same here. This is the final look, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, you are welcome. Please subscribe and remember the notification bell. Please share this video to everyone. Thank you, and I will see you next time.